Imagine this, you're being hunted every single minute. Same entity, but here's where it gets disturbing. It changes every time you see it. Gets worse, creepier, more aware. And when it catches you, you don't die. You just spawn in someplace more disturbing, somewhere that makes the last place look safe. Each capture drags you deeper into places you were never supposed to see. But here's what the mod doesn't tell you. This thing can be killed. There's a way out. And after finding out myself, I wish I hadn't, because what comes after is even worse. So, let's see how far can I get.
I had just spawned in what seemed like a normal world. It looked just like any other world. I was really lucky to find this broken portal right after spawning. I opened the chest and found some useful tools that would be crucial later. Using the flint and steel I found would help me get cooked food in a questionable way. I didn't know it at the time, but that flint and steel would change everything. And that decision later became the difference between life and death. After crafting the basic tools and getting food without hurting the animals, I found a cave and decided to explore. After crafting a stone pickaxe and while mining coal, a message appeared that said, "Don't be afraid." I was really scared because something could be right behind me. I was very concerned at that moment because it was still daytime. However, this was just the beginning. I didn't find anything in that cave, and I was worried about what could happen in the mine. I was really afraid even though the message said, "Don't be afraid." I spent the rest of the day mining and getting food. After giving this cow some soft touches, this happened. There it was, him. I don't even know what that was, but it looked absolutely terrifying. He was staring at me. I ran toward him to try to figure out exactly what that entity was, but then it just disappeared. Something I didn't realize at the moment was that this was only the start and it was going to get messed up really soon. I kept exploring the large plains biome without knowing what was about to happen. I saw him in the distance and ran as fast as I could toward him. Then he just disappeared again without any explanation. He or it had vanished. I was really confused and low-key paranoid. At that moment, I was imagining things that were not there. I kept exploring, and what happened next was even worse. I saw him in the distance again, but this time, whatever that thing was looked different. It didn't have a completely black face, it had no arms, and it was covered in blood. I wanted to find answers, so I moved closer to see it better, but one more time it disappeared. Now I was really worried because these 3 sightings had happened in less than 10 minutes. What was about to happen next would change everything. I was confused because in the distance there was a pillar made out of windows. I couldn't believe it at first, but it was true. They were actually windows. Maybe if I broke them I could get answers, but that didn't happen. I kept exploring through the forest, trying to find some structure, trying to find him one more time. The question I had in my mind the whole time was, could I kill that entity? What was that entity? I was relieved that daytime was only seconds away. However, this time not even the day felt safe. I was just running in circles, desperate for answers. I knew I was lost when I saw that cave again. I immediately remembered it. I kept looking for answers and then saw something that made me happy. I needed iron. Then there was this iron golem. You should know that his sacrifice was not in vain. But then I found something that left me speechless. This villager was from Minecraft Alpha, one of the earliest versions. His name was the Testifier. It was really interesting to see him. After making bread using hay bales from that village, I found a ruined portal, which was clutch for this video, because I found 2 gold blocks that I could mine using the pickaxe I had just crafted with the iron I had at the time. Even though it was gold armor, it would be useful. I spent the rest of the day exploring this weird world, searching for the entity and wondering if I could kill him, questioning where it came from. It was a long exploration and it was about to be night, so I decided to sleep. I was walking around when this happened. I was teleported to this infinite place made of bricks and more bricks. It was endless. At the bottom, there was only the void. I walked carefully, trying not to fall, and started breaking straight down to see what I could find. Maybe there was actually a bottom. I descended through multiple layers, but it didn't look like there was a bottom. I think it doesn't exist. I kept breaking blocks straight down without realizing the mistake I was about to make. I fell, however, I didn't die. I was in an infinite forest that was creepier than before, and I saw that house. I opened some chests trying to find something useful, but there was nothing inside. I went upstairs and tried to sleep using the bed, but obviously I couldn't. Now I was trying to figure out what this place was when I saw him, the same entity. I panicked and quickly decided to climb a tree. I had an idea. I was going to burn that thing to ashes. I made a wall of fire and started approaching slowly, terrified. Then everything went black. The entity actually burned in the fire. It hurt me and then disappeared. I was really worried, so I kept running with no direction because it was an infinite world. I found many creepy houses that were empty, as if the owners had just vanished. What I was about to find left me even more concerned. There was a chunk of the world darker than the rest. It was really weird and unexplained. It looked like a lighting glitch.
I immediately went through this place trying to find out what would happen. While I was going, I thought that I would get teleported to another weird place again, but fortunately, nothing happened. There is no need to say that this place was just trees and emptiness. Being here felt really weird. I had this uncanny valley feeling that something would just come out of nowhere. And I was right. I saw that entity in the distance. I ran as fast as possible. I was going to kill him. Luckily, he got hurt by the fire again and it just disappeared. Right now, exploring this forest was scarier than ever. The sightings were really frequent and I was worried that my flint and steel would break. I was wondering why every time he gets hurt, he disappears. Is he immortal? Can I kill this entity? Why is he chasing me? I spent some time trying to find answers about this place. The sun was setting and I was really scared at this moment. Imagine spending the night in this forest. But then this happened. I was right. The night was even worse. There was another entity. That one looked even worse. It was just a tall, dark figure standing next to the entity that was chasing me before. I got closer. I was going to try again. I panicked while trying to build a pillar where I could be safe, but then this happened. He was taking damage. Maybe that thing can actually die. However, I moved and the entity followed. He stopped getting damage. I was really nervous. In that moment, if I accidentally fell out of this place, I will be dead. He vanished, just gone. I spun around, searching everywhere, but he wasn't there anymore. I kept moving through the forest, trying to make sense of it all. That's when I saw him again, that thing, standing there, watching me. I knew what to do. I was going to try again. I started doing the exact same thing, the method that worked last time. I was so close. And then he disappeared again. I was lost in this creepy place. However, the moment I saw that house, I knew something was wrong. I set it on fire and ran as fast as I could through this endless place. Everything looks identical. Am I running in circles? I don't even know anymore. This place feels infinite. Then I saw it again, that thing. I started building a bridge, thinking if I could just get close enough to see what it was, maybe it couldn't reach me there. I got closer and closer, and then it vanished. I searched everywhere, but he was nowhere to be found. But it came back, even worse. However, that thing just vanished one more time. I kept exploring, losing track of time. Every minute felt heavier than the last. The fear was building. Everything looked the same over and over, until I found another house. There was a jukebox. I wanted to figure out what could happen. I started playing the notes. I kept looking behind me. Was something about to happen? Would I get pulled into an even worse liminal space? But nothing. It was getting dark. I went upstairs. I found a bed. I tried to sleep. When this happened. I'm lost. This place is an infinite winter. Trees, snow, and silence that presses into my ears. Cold bites my lungs. Sound is muffled. It's still night. I haven't slept. That's the first wrong thing. I know something worse is coming. I was right.
I found a small house. I checked every corner, looking for anything that would tell me what to do. Inside, there was a black shape. I threw a block to see what it was. It was a portal. I set the house on fire. I stepped through. Now I'm somewhere even worse. Endless wooden rooms like the first day houses players slop together, door after door. I open them all, desperate for meaning. I set this place on fire too. I'm shaking, I'm desperate. In the center, a big empty black space. And then, there it was, a completely black entity with one eye in the middle of its face. It lunges. I slam the door shut. I try to hit it. My blows pass through air. I try to burn it. My hands tremble. It should burn. It doesn't. It's immortal. Then it vanishes. The place is burning. Flames crawl closer. If I don't do something, they'll reach me. So I build a bridge across the block void with the bricks I collected back in the first liminal space, block by block, breath by breath. Then someone types in chat, "Don't run." There it is again, falling to the bottom. It can't reach me. I step closer. I go down. I'm terrified. The flames are louder. The eye watches me. And then I try to burn him. He won't burn. I see eyes embedded in the wall. I search for the entity again, but this time it's gone. I search every room. The place is nearly burnt. It should be close, yet it's nowhere to be found. I head to the lowest level, thinking maybe I'll find it there. Something could appear at any moment. I'd have no escape. This feels like a mistake. Then it gets worse. I enter an even darker place, a labyrinth of cobblestone, endless identical corridors that loop back on themselves. Empty hallways lead to the same twisted maze. I know something is wrong. I start climbing, breaking walls as I go, trying to find a way out. Then a low, creepy music swells. Something is approaching, fast. The lights went out, but then I saw a tall, black entity, eyes scattered across its face. It lunges, but it can't reach me. There's this terrifying noise. Then it vanishes. I kept looking to explore across this liminal space. I noticed that I'm running out of cobblestone blocks. I need them to survive. But then a message appears in the chat. There's nothing to be afraid of. I was a few moments away from the second attempt that the creature was going to do to kill me. The lights went out. That thing was hunting me. If I fell, I would be dead. It was exactly below me. I was wondering what I could do right now. There was no escape out of this labyrinth. It was staring at me when it disappeared. I was desperate at this moment. I kept collecting cobblestone just in case something went wrong. I didn't know what to do at this moment. Why is that chasing me? What would happen if he catches me? Would it teleport to another place? Would that thing kill me? But then I saw this weird block floating. I didn't know what that structure was. I moved closer. I wanted to escape this place. So I decided to start building a bridge to that thing while looking behind. There is no way I would just be in the floor, risking my life. That creature could appear at any moment to hunt me. I threw a block to see what that thing was. That thing, it's a portal. I found a way out of this place. But then this happened. I saw what it looked like a sanctuary. This could be the end of this nightmare. I'm not spending any more time around this flat bedrock space. The place looked really weird. In the center, there was a white void. Here is answer. All was born here. You have answer. I was getting damaged by this nether flowers. The fate is not monster, the last sign said. I found a text that reads, I saw what happened, and you keep blaming him. What's the point? He's not to blame. No one is to blame but him. He ruined him. Now he's a freak. You made him that way. Your pathetic excuses for a player. You're worthless. I was really scared. I started watching every direction. Something could be behind me. I didn't know what to do with the information. My last hope was that thing that seemed like a portal. I was not sure at all. I decided to throw a block. It was, in fact, a portal. But then this happened. I was again in the same place everything begun. There it was, the same ruined portal. However, this was just the beginning of something worse. I'm just kidding. I hope so. I have survived wonderland.jar, If you are listening to me right now, please comment Tyler survived. I will give you heart your comment. Thanks for watching.